Women Now is brought to you by Intero, Gulati Financial, Building Kids, El Camino Hospital, and Pandit Parashar.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to yet another super exciting show, All New Women Now. Today, we first touch a very important subject, aging parents in India. Then, our dimensions with Smita Deepak. And finally, we'll wrap up our show with our Women Now hallmark, Francine Gordon. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us. How does one take care for aged parents from India? This is a dilemma with which many NRIs are faced. How does one meet the needs of parents left behind? How do you ensure they get the best care while you're miles away? Let's talk to Vandana Kumar, founder of India Current, and our own host Manish Judge. Should our generation go back to India to take care of their aging parents? Take a stand. Vandana, let me start with you. You had some personal experiences recently and we were talking about it. How does one really take care of parents back home? It's an emotional topic, but let's address it and talk about what do you think some of the solutions are?
Well, I think I spoke with you about my parents, both of whom fell ill last year. I had to make 3 trips to India for various reasons to go and take care of their health needs. I realized that I'm not alone in this. There are many, many people just like this, just like me, who have aging parents in India. In order for us to actually understand what the situation is, it's important for us to know how many seniors are there, what are the resources available to them, because things have changed in India from what it was like 25 years ago, when you had a family practitioner who would come visit your parents at home. There was a family doctor who looked out for you. Things are not quite the same anymore.
And I think you mentioned that if possible, we should go back to take care of them, is because they're left alone over there, and we from so far have no idea how they are being taken care of. And I think Manish, you said something about they're possible that parents are independent and it's us who worry more about them than they need.
I think that's the truth until they come to hospitalization or needing care. But I think we do worry a little bit about that too much. We think, okay, they're our parents, they've kind of looked after us our whole life, but now that we're grown up, we're like, no, we have to control every facet of what they do. And I realize that with healthcare and with people reaching a certain age when they're incapable of taking care of themselves, that's a different issue in my eyes. But up till that point, I don't really agree with the way that we handle things in America, where we cart them off to senior homes and say retirement communities, and I think we're always trying to sort of guide them too much. The independent lifestyle that they can lead, if health permits, is wonderful. They were independent before we showed up, so why shouldn't they be now?
Well, I actually agree with you on that point, till they are able to take care of themselves, till they're independent.
Yeah.
I think this issue is not just relevant for South Asians. We are not the only ones looking after our parents. Looking after our parents is more like a moral obligation. And I think that transcends culture. I have Caucasian friends who are looking after their aging parents.
But it's very different in our culture. We still approach it, a little bit differently. When I look at I was born here, I look at my friends now who we've grown up together and whatnot, and I see where their parents are. Some have passed away, some are going into homes, some are going to retirement communities. It's really not the same the way South Asians. I have to disagree with you there. I think South Asians still, that sense of duty and obligation is much greater towards their parents than us as Americans.
Actually, we are talking about them being in India and we being here. And Vandana was suggesting that, if possible, we should go back and look after them, because we don't know how they're being taken care of and who is around them. We sometimes don't even get to see their last moments. That's really, really emotional. And they are the people who brought us up, and we leave them at the time they need us the most, I feel.
I mean, that's a tough position to be in. Now, I'm in a different position. My parents are here. And it was the other way around. Dad got here in 57, and then we were born here and raised here. So our dilemma is very different. Our dilemma is we're torn between duty, obligation, and then the life of independence. Now, looking at your situation, that's a completely different dilemma.
So let me speak to that.
Yes.
Because, there is an organization in India called Help Age India. They're advocates for senior citizens' rights. And they did a survey in 2012. And you know what the results were? Very interesting results. They said that 40%, less than 40% of people now live with extended families. Now remember, just a few years ago, that number was 100%. People lived, and so even when people aged, there was always other people around in the homes to look after them.
I think 40% is still sounding very high. I don't think
You think it's actually lower than that?
It has to be lower because, yeah.
This is a respectable organization. They've done this survey. I will abide by their numbers. Another thing that they said was that in the year 2016, more than 113 million people are going to be over the age of 60. Now remember that with so many people being over the age of 60, there's going to be a crunch on resources. That doctor, that family doctor that used to come and visit, cannot keep coming and visiting each and every person, because the numbers, the sheer numbers, dictate that that cannot actually happen. So, you know, because of all of this, we've been trying to figure out how best do you take care of your parents? You know, there are, Manish, regardless of wherever your parents might be, whether here or there, you know, I think primarily there are three areas. One is you take loving care, you know. Another area is financial care. And the third area is health care. Now, granted, till they're independent, the first two are actually fairly easy. How do you take loving care from afar, Hina? You know, that
I mean, people are trying to call, people are trying to do all of that.
Technology today
it's not always that the parent wants to be around you. I mean, I don't know, I get the sense that they'll be like, oh, you're just better where you are, and all of us give them the choice to come here and stay with us, but they are not able to do that. They don't choose to do that because they want their own space and time. And at the end of the day, parents should be happy where the kid is and how the kid is instead of disrupting their life. But I do understand the problem, and we're trying to find a solution of how this can be bridged. Okay, we are over here, parents are over there. We don't know if they're being taken care of.
But we do also
really move.
But we also see a lot of extreme cases and a lot of actually not extreme cases where people are doing very well over here, but their parents are in menial conditions back home, yet over here they're very quick to go to Smythe and buy a Mercedes or buy a big house in Saratoga, but when it comes to their parents back home, well, they just don't quite have enough money for them. So there's that big issue as well, that we're doing real well over here, and our parents are back over there, and then when you talk to them or you visit,
well,
their parents will...
that's a whole different topic.
It's part of the dilemma.
No, we are considering a moment and time in life when kids do want to look after their parents in the best possible way. The parent is in India and we are over here. How do we bridge this? How do we find resources to help them?
See, the thing is, I don't believe that there is a one-size-fits-all solution for everyone. You know, you gave examples of some people, Manish. They're not the norm, I think, you know, that who would be ignoring what the parents are doing in India, how they're languishing. People also bring up the issue of money. I don't have the money to look after them. First of all, we have to agree, is this our moral responsibility? If it is, the fact that our parents are aging is not like, whoa, surprise, my parents are aging. No, we know that our parents are aging. And if you are committed to looking after them, you jolly well make sure you save the money that is required to do that.
But all of us agree on something, that it is our moral responsibility to take care of our parents, and we better realize it sooner than later. Yep. Thank you so much.
Come and experience the hottest and happening. The one and only LED Glow Bar and Restaurant in the Bay Area. Visit theultimatelounge-gp.com. 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 Also enjoy unique dim sum style dining. Don't forget to mention this ad to get your complimentary ultimate beverage. Theultimatelounge-gp.com. Theultimatelounge-gp.com. Theultimatelounge-gp.com.
Galati Financial. We work with an independent broker-dealer with no predisposition towards any firm or products. Unlike large Wall Street firms who may have a conflict of interest, we truly represent you with no bias whatsoever. Our value offerings are customized to your personal needs. Our systems are transparent and inspire complete confidence in our clients. We've been doing what is right for you since 1982.
we are always here for you.
For an astrological reading to see what the future holds for you, get advice on career, family, relationships, and life's unexpected surprises.
Call Pandit Parashar with over 35 years experience.
Women Now is brought to you by Intero, Gulati Financial, Building Kids, El Camino Hospital, and Pandit Parashar.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Women Now. Now in the recent past, all of us have gone through a roller coaster. I'm not really talking about the ones in the amusement park. I'm talking about the world economy, the recession. And today we are at the Italian Innovation Day to learn a little more about what the startups are up to and some tricks and tips to get through the recession.
Hi, I'm Gianmarco. I'm a co-founder of Hans company.
And I am Francesca, another co-founder. And we are here in San Francisco because we are one of the Italian startups that will exhibit at the Italian Innovation Day on the 3rd March. So we're very excited to be here and we can't wait to show our product, Adam, the first personal robot, to all the customers at the Italian Innovation Day.
Hello, I'm Giulio Galassi. I'm from Rome and I'm co-founder of Meiku. Meiku is the first web app that allows you to materialize your emotion. But how it works? You have to go on our website, record a vocal message, and that message will be transformed in a unique and special jewel. And then that jewel will be 3D printed in metal and shipped directly to your home. I'm here in San Francisco to participate to Italian Innovation Day, and I'm very proud to represent Meiku and the best of the Italian innovation.
Marco, welcome to Women Now. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Happy but tired.
Tired, okay. Oh, you look pretty energetic to us, so that's great. Tell me, what is it that makes or breaks a company?
The passion. The passion, the fact that, you wake up every day and you think that today is going to be a beautiful day and you can achieve what your to-do list was last night. And we see that all the time. See that we focus especially on international founders and the life of an entrepreneur is kind of the same everywhere you live. But the opportunities that you see here in Silicon Valley are very different. And so that extra energy that the entrepreneurs that we host get from here is like a vitaminic push.
A part of what you do is also seed funding. What exactly do you look for in a company while you're funding?
So if you are working at the seed level, I think the most important things are the people. You are investing into people more than product technologies. It was one of the typical things that happens to early stage companies that they pivot to do something else. If you are investing into a great team, they probably will be able to find a good product first or later, earlier or later. If you're investing in a bad team or low quality people, that is more and more difficult that will get out with something that is valuable.
I'm the co-founder of MakeTank, an Italian startup based in Florence. We are the marketplace of Italian and European makers, makers that create objects through digital fabrication techniques or with open hardware inside, where customers will find unique objects made for them on demand. We are proud to represent the Italian Makers Movement at the Italian Innovation Day in San Francisco, and not only for MakeTank itself, but also for the 80 vendors that decided to promote and sell on MakeTank all over the world.
Hi, this is Denise Richards, and you're watching Women Now.
Galati Financial. We work with an independent broker-dealer with no predisposition towards any firm or products. Unlike large Wall Street firms who may have a conflict of interest, we truly represent you with no bias whatsoever. Our value offerings are customized to your personal needs. Our systems are transparent and inspire complete confidence in our clients. We've been doing what is right for you since 1982.
We are always here for you.
For an astrological reading to see what the future holds for you, get advice on career, family, relationships, and life's unexpected surprises.
Call Pandit Parashar with over 35 years experience.
Come and experience the hottest and happening. The one and only LED Glow Bar and Restaurant in the Bay Area. Visit theultimatelelounge-gp.com. 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 Also enjoy unique dim sum style dining. Don't forget to mention this ad to get your complimentary ultimate beverage. Theultimatelelounge-gp.com. Theultimatelelounge-gp.com. Theultimatelelounge-gp.com.
Women Now is brought to you by Intero, Gulati Financial, Building Kids, El Camino Hospital, and Pandit Parashar.
Francine Gordon is a pioneer in the modern women's movement. Her achievement demonstrates a strong commitment to supporting women's success throughout her professional life.
She was one of the first 2 women on the faculty at Stanford Graduate School of Business. Does she rock or what? Woohoo! Okay. All right. Yes. That is so amazing. She's held senior management roles at several high-tech firms and is addressing innovation, teamwork, leadership, and, no secret here, the advancement of women.
Francine, welcome to Women Now. You are the Women Now hallmark for the week. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So let's start. What do you think is your biggest achievement?
It depends on, everybody has their own idea of what it is. In some ways, it's been the fact that I've been the first woman in many different situations. I was the first woman in my department at graduate school. I was one of the first 2 women on the faculty at the Stanford Graduate School of Business. When I was there were only 5 women out of 600 students. The woman that I was with, we used to be the dynamic duo, right? The 2 of us were the first 2 women ever. Mm-hmm. And we put on a conference for male executives, which was probably one of the first conferences about women in management that was aimed at men the male executives who had the power to change the situation, as opposed to having it be, women against men.
If there was one thing that you wanted to change from this supernatural power that you would one day acquire, what would that change look like?
Oh, I'd love to have women around the world have the power to make change. I truly, in my heart, believe that if women had, for example, more political power and impact in the Middle East, we'd have peace. Women just don't go to war as a first move, and it's something I would really like to see. I've worked with women in the Middle East and Africa. I just see there's so many brilliant women, so passionate about so many things, and I feel the change they can make is enormous.
And they're not, fully using their potential to do things that they can in their capacity. Now, what do you think, in your mind, are the top 3 qualities one must possess to be successful? I mean, being an entrepreneur or a scientist or a doctor, whatever you do, what are the top 3 things that I must have to succeed?
One is persistence, because most things take time, and I think all of us like instant results, and so part of it is really being clear that things don't happen at the speed we want them to. They happen at the speed that life allows it to happen, right, that it's supposed to. Second is resilience, which is that characteristic of when things don't work out, being able to kind of pick yourself up, learn from it, move forward, and not let it get you down.
And then take your advice on how you focus and why it didn't work, and then take yourself up from there and make it work.
Reframe failure as learning, because that's really what it is. It's a learning activity. It's a little painful, but it's learning. And the third thing is sense of humor.
I love that.
I just don't know how people
because that is the winning card. Whenever you go somewhere and you have that sense of humor, you're able to get attention wherever you are. You just say something funny, people will turn around and say, hey, who is this? So attention is also important to be able to get your point out there.
It also helps, quite frankly, if there's a tense situation or a conflict situation, sometimes you can just break the tension and turn things around with a sense of humor. So
Now, you're a women advocate, and I want to ask you this, is we a lot of times trying to juggle between our personal life, kids, and work, and that has been a biggest barrier to a lot of women succeeding. They kind of drop the ball, and they think that maybe they're not doing the right thing by ignoring their family and working. How do you motivate such women to take little steps to make sure they don't really drop the ball altogether?
What's important now, that you can't necessarily have everything now. It might be you can have both career and family. You may have to sequence it and put more emphasis on one or the other. A few companies have acknowledged that, like Deloitte, which has allowed some flexibility. So when you first have a child, you don't travel as much, etc. And men can take advantage of that too. But it's about not looking at the few examples where everything is working and saying, well, I'm not that, so I'm less
and not
than.
feeling guilty about the fact that some things are not working perfect in the house because you're at work. I mean, just to take everything in the right stride and just be calm about the time your kids are smaller now, and then maybe they will in course of time learn how to take care of themselves instead of you always being there to take care of them. I think that kind of helped me a lot personally. Now, through your work, you have motivated and inspired so many women. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to leave behind? What are you working for? What is it that you want to leave behind?
Ultimately, I really would like to feel I've made a big impact in helping women empower themselves to be able to move forward, to be successful, to not make some of the mistakes I've made. Not that, I think everyone will make mistakes in their lives, but I think I've held myself back because of preconceived notions and, like I said earlier, cases of when things didn't work, beating myself up. I really want to make sure that as many women in the future don't deal with that and learn to love their own accomplishments, their own lives, give themselves permission to not be perfect, and to have that balance. So yeah, having a perfectly clean house and perfectly clean kids is not all life is about. It's okay if things are not perfect. If things are working well at work, you're probably better off. So helping women understand that.
That's all we have time for you folks. Time for the quote of the day now. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time, said Thomas Edison. So, if you are about to give up, just give it a shot one more time. See you next week, same time, same place. Till then, you know what to do. Take care of yourself and write to us at info@womennow.tv about how you liked the show today, or if you have any feedback, suggestion, write to us at info@womennow.tv.